Bumbles is making himself known today. I would like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here where it is grey and overcast. How's that, hey? I don't have my antenna on today because Mercury, well, no, I just didn't turn it on, but Mercury is now station direct, guys. All right, so um, even though Mercury is not moving, he's actually facing the right way now. So I was just having a word to Mick. Actually, I'm gonna just quickly draw this card because I've got fuck it in my words. So I thought, what a perfect time to draw Lindy. All right, so I was just talking to Mick and like so, we've had this Mercury retrograde experience for the last 3 weeks or so, and here we are at the Mercury direct, and we have landed with a moon in Cancer. All right, so we have dropped into the feelings of it all. All right, Mercury's now stationary, and just like this beam of light here, it's hyper focused. I need to get my magnifying glass out so I can use that as a prop because it's going to be like that. It's very much a magnified thought experience, and we're in the feels, Cancer moon. All right, so now there are quite a few in conjuncts today. All right, so there is adjustment required. All right, so um you know this retrospective that you've done in the last couple of weeks, what did you come up with? What did you come to terms with? What realizations have fallen on your plate or into your worldview that you now have to do something with? Mercury is direct. What are you going to do with the realizations that you've had? All right, so here we are. We're going to have a Lindy to open up with, and then I will read the words. Actually, let's read. No, I'm just. Oh, my brain. Oh my God. How did you go with that Gemini moon? I had massive realizations, and it really sort of put me on, not put me on my ass, but it really made me stop and go, whoa, all right, I didn't realize any of that. So coming to terms with things might have been one of your yesterday's experiences. Change shit now. There you go. Change shit right now. Okay, that full moon in Gemini, all right, in the place of our thoughts. That retrograde where Mercury didn't move until after the full moon. What are those thoughts that have been stationary in your head? What are those things that are the big picture to what you have been doing? I feel like there's people here, but I can't see anyone. Maybe because it's Monday morning, we're just having a bit of a go slow. Whatever, you can watch the replay. All right, so Lindy said change shit now. You've put up with enough crap, time for change. I get it. Change can be scary and feels really weird, but honestly, do you really want things to continue on this fucking merry-go-round of gloom? Come on now, get your ass into gear and be brave. We know you can do it, and I completely agree with that. All right, so let's have a look at the words. Where is the love? Things may feel a little confusing right now. Too much on your plate, too many things going on. And don't you just want to throw it all up in the air and say, fuck it? Probably not the best way to deal with it. Make a list to get the excess out of your head. Prioritize and share the load. Share the load where you can. And some self love can help ease the tension. So now we had that Sun in conjunct Uranus at 1:30 this morning. So, like I was just saying with the shifts and changes of the full moon, the full moon is a time of release, being ruled by Mercury that was stationary and magnifying its realizations of its retrograde. Okay, so what philosophy did you come to terms with, or what philosophy? I'm always going to go back to your early childhood conditioning because that's the shit we're working on. But we have our first 7 years of influence, and then we spend the rest of our life trying to undo that, especially around those Saturn pivotal times, whether it's on an angle, whether it's hitting a planet, whether you're having a Saturn return. Like there's a multitude of Saturn experiences. Good morning, Louise. Thank you. It's nice to have a little. I was like, what's going on, Mercury Station Direct? Is it even working? Yes, it is. All right. So yeah, that in conjunct to Uranus was exact this morning. So, the realizations, blah, 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 time to make those adjustments. Now, at 11 a.m., the moon is square the nodes in Aries and Libra, moon in Cancer. All right, so what challenges surrounding being an individual in partnerships potentially could you be experiencing? There might be a little bit of a bit of tension, but remember, those squares help us build resilience, build our muscles up as we're walking up and down stairs. And then there are two more in conjuncts, all right? So the first one is the moon in conjunct Mercury, which is stationary, all right? So between 1 and 5, oh, don't allow the feels to overwhelm you, all right? The emphasis and the focus right now is make those adjustments, make those connections to what is, in that early familyhood time or in that home experience now, like what's going on in your home that you can attribute to the things that you have thought about in the past, just because it's station direct. And then the second one is the moon in conjunct Venus between 7 and midnight. All right. So, maybe those realizations that you make can help you adjust that Venus influence in your home. All right. So maybe there's some sorries to be made. I don't really mean that you need to be completely taking the onus and blame for everything, but just again, oh, I didn't even know I did that. All right. That's a behavior that my mum or dad had, or you know that type of thing. Oh, okay, that's just a subconscious behavior that has popped its head out and I did not even realize. So again, there could be some love adjustments in that evening time as well. So that's pretty much it. Now to Venus is trine Jupiter. That's a nice influence. That's just sort of, like I was saying on Friday, that Venus wasn't talking to anyone. Um, but now she's connecting with Jupiter. But remember, Jupiter is retrograde in Gemini. And Venus in that Aquarius space where she's just being observant and emotionally detached. Therefore, she can see the bigger picture and not be. It's more of a, oh, isn't that interesting, rather than a, oh, I can feel that. So so just just don't get overly emotional today, all right? Try to contain any frustration, remembering that Mercury at station is going to be at his trickiest, all right? Because any stationary planet, that magnifying glass, is like, do your best, all right? Stay at home. I mean, the influence is going to be in your home area, and that philosophy, that spirituality, that higher level learning, that all of those Sagittarian things that you have been dealing with are just at hyper focus right now. So just chill out. That, like, there is a growing Mars opposition Pluto, there is a growing Jupiter square Saturn. So there could be some volatility while Mars is doing his introspection. Oh my God, I don't know about you guys, but I'm fucking exhausted. I this week I have struggled a lot. Like, I had no battery power at all on Saturday, and I'm very much in a headspace where I'm like, just do your best. Just do your best, and that's all you can do. Like, there's nothing physically wrong with me. I'm just and you know what? It's okay for you to do that, because this too shall pass. So if you're feeling exhausted, that opposition to Pluto is just, there is this drive to transform your future. There is this, like, let's have a look at our ego from the inside. Mars retrograde in Leo. All right. Like, you're really having to face yourself in the mirror and see what needs to transform so that future stuff can be different. Like, this is going to be the second hit of Mars opposition Pluto. We're going to have another one in like February, March, or something like that. Sorry, I don't know offhand. But there's just a lot, guys. There's a lot. So, like I said in the bottom, some self love can help ease the tension. just don't go overly emotional and freak out at people, because everybody is feeling the same type of thing. And I just did read the words for Mick to just sort of emphasize where it's going, is that tomorrow you may need to clarify some detail before you burn any bridges. All right. So again, with that, don't be hyper explosive, because everybody is feeling, ugh. All right, so sit down with a cuppa, let the feelings flow in the safety of your home. Allow others to get it out in their way. Be patient. Lots of people may be feeling the same way as you. So that they're tomorrow's words. All right, there is a little bit more Chiron, you know, sun square. The sun square, the node starts tomorrow. Take a big deep breath. Lindy says, change shit now because you realize what it is that needs to be changed with that full moon. So that's me. I'm going to go. I've got to get Dukes to the vet. He's, he's fine, but he's got a series of meds to do. And so, yeah, got an hour's drive to get him there. So take it easy, ladies. And I will be back home this afternoon if anybody has any questions. So, well, see ya.